Hey there, gang. Lauren here, Mrs. Tomato Head, and I wanted to give you an update on our tomato seedlings of 2023. We planted these, most of them, on March 5th, and so it is now April 8th. So it's just a little bit over a month, and there's good news and bad news. The good news is they're doing great, as you can see. These things are doing fantastic. This is just, I've already filled most of them up to the top with soil. If you watched our previous videos, I show you how we plant our seedlings. We fill the cup halfway with soil, just regular. We use Ocean Forest by Fox Farm potting soil, not seed starting mix. Fill it up halfway, put 2 seeds in each cup. They germinate in there. When they get their a little bit bigger, enough to separate, we separate them into individual cups, and then we continually add soil right up to the top because tomatoes, this is dry, need to water. I can tell just by weight that it needs to be watered. Tomatoes develop roots along the stem, so in doing so, we always get, or the past 2 years, actually 2 or 3, I think, since we've been doing this method, we've had the most wonderful and healthy tomato seedlings. Now we're in zone 6B, so we cannot plant outdoors until end of May. So the good news is they're doing great. I mean, look at these things. They're doing fantastic. But you may see what the problem is here. So they are too big for our shelving system. Let me turn the camera around and give you a better look. So you're really supposed to have the grow lights about 2 to 3 inches from your seedlings, which we have done. But eventually the lights cannot go up any further. The shelves are not adjustable. I don't know how much space is in between here, maybe 18 inches about. So, there's very little space left, very little, and some, they're already hitting the light, which leaves us with a quandary. Well, first of all, a lot of these are already, they're bordering on outgrowing their cups, and we need to put them in, I've shown this in other videos. Once they outgrow the cups, we put them in these 9 by 9 inch seedling grow bags. This one is our freak of nature, Esmeralda Golosina. I had to put her in a grow bag a couple weeks ago, and the roots are already coming out of the bottom. She's a nut job. I don't know what the deal is with her. Yeah, she planted at the same time as the rest, so I don't know what the deal is. Now, some of them are dwarf varieties. I think the dwarfs, there's some dwarfs down here, and then this one is dwarfs. So they're fine, but the regular indeterminates are not so fine. So what we are going to do is we have, I think, about 9 or 10 of these. They're awesome 45-watt tabletop grow lights. We have, through a few companies that we've used, we get them on sale when we can, or last year we got them on sale. Right now and during growing season, they're super expensive. I think the Root Farm one, this is by Root Farm. Got them on Amazon. I think this one, I saw this one for over $200, which is insane. We spent about $100, but on sale I found them for $86. Now Arrow Garden makes the same exact thing, same light, 45 watt, same everything. As you can see, they look exactly the same. That one I found at Walmart recently for $90, but they're great. So we're gonna have to transfer the trays. I think we have enough of these grow lights. If not, what I'll do, I'll show you in the other room. Now these here, I've got a couple. These are 2 Arrow Garden lights. I've got lettuces growing here. I've been growing lettuce indoors all winter. Lettuce is getting the heave-ho because my tomatoes need the lights. And so actually right now the lettuce can go outside. So that's not an issue at all. If we go over here, my potatoes are still chitting. They're ready to go and be planted. This is Easter weekend and we have family coming. The kids are coming home, so maybe next weekend. This light, as you can see, I've got 2 pepper trays underneath it. Not ideal situation, but you can use it this way too and get really, it's a full spectrum grow light. So if we run out of light, let's say if that's 2 over there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 in the other room. That's 10, and I think we have more trays than that. We will make it work though. And here I've got the same thing with the 2 trays. It's hard to tell because they're big. These are micro dwarves, and they're 2 10 by 20 trays that are long underneath. And I kind of just, you know, sometimes I bring it front, sometimes I bring it back, but I think once they're expanded, and these are adjustable, I should say too, like this one, I've got some new seedlings that I've gotten from trades that we wanted to start. This one I've got on another 10 by 20 tray to raise it, and then this is all the way down as far as it will go. So, you know, about 2 to 3 inches, probably more like 3 away from at least the top of it. I mean, these are starting as light's terrible. Okay, these are starting these for a friend. She wanted some beefsteak, so these are newbies. But as you can see, filled up halfway. Seedlings are coming up. When they get bigger, I'll separate them. So this is how we start them, like that. Here we've got one that's adjusted all the way. So lettuce is getting the heave-ho. Tomatoes are coming in, and whatever, like the peppers and stuff, they can go in our shelving system. And then other things, like I had this under one of those lights. This is my micro tomato in a can for the challenge from the group Tomato Obsession. That's fine under here. So yeah, they're just, yeah. Good news is they look awesome. They're very, very healthy. Oh gosh, Mr. Tomato Head Rob told me we should wait a week. And I looked at my notes from last year and said, we planted them this day last year. And we did plant that day last year. I think we planted March 5th last year. This year we planted, or no, last year's March 6th. This year we did March 5th. And I think I've shared this before, but I overwatered last year. Like I had them steeping in water for some reason. So I kind of stunted them for a week. And even doing so with our process, they still turned out to be monsters, by, you know, really, really healthy by the time we got them in the ground. So I know not to do that this year, which means that our tomatoes are going to be even bigger. Sounds great, but, you know, when they outgrow, you know, it takes a lot of soil to put them in these grow bags. We're not keeping all of these seedlings. We are giving some away to friends and family. So we're thinking, you know, maybe we keep, oh, I hear the oven beeping. I'm making roasted cauliflower for dinner. My parents are coming tonight. Riley, my daughter's already here. She got in yesterday. My son and his girlfriend are coming tonight. So we have a whole house full, which will be nice. I'm used to it just being, you know, Mr. Mr. Tomato Head and I. Oh, so we were saying, so we're going to try to keep them in the solo cups for those we're giving away, but I don't know, gang. I mean, I don't know how much longer. This is crazy. This is our variety, Bananas Noir, which I've talked about. This thing germinates like a rock star, grows like a rock star. We can't keep this in here all that much longer. And the plants will start to tell you when they're stressed. You know, they'll start getting yellow leaves, and, you know, you'll be watering them constantly because they're just sucking up water. And, you know, we don't want that. We want to give away healthy seedlings. Last year, we put them all in those seedling grow bags, took a ton of soil, you know, and we're happy to do that. But it does, you know, cost a lot. And we've got more varieties this year than we did last year. So a couple other things. I'm going to let that oven beep. I hope it's not too annoying if you can even hear it. Although I have to go in a minute because it is cauliflower. It will burn. A couple things I was thinking. One is I can take the suckers from some of these plants and root those. I'm a big fan of rooting from suckers. I did that last year to get a second harvest in the later of the season, which was great. And then we've actually discussed starting over. I hate to do that. I really hate to do that. So we're going to try this for a while. As you can see, you know, it looks great now. It's got plenty of room, but it's not going to be like that for a while. And then we may try planting out early. I don't know. We'll have to see. Stay tuned for the saga of the 2 healthy tomato plants. All right, gang, better go get that cauliflower. Peace and love. Get your gratitude on.